Hi, I'm Debbie from Stamp with Deb, and today I am going to be working with a brand new stamp set that's coming out in our January through June, January through June catalog called Simply Succulents. And I'm not a succulent person. I'm just one of those people that as a matter of fact, I just recently killed a succulent because I just forgot to water it. Like they require so much water. But it was one that was given to my husband, and it sat in my kitchen window in the most obvious place it could be, and I still forgot to water it. So, and we did have a stamp set years ago that cut out succulents, and I made the most beautiful little pot, and I have no idea where it is, if I finally gave it away, or if it's still around here somewhere. I have a feeling it's still here. But anyway, so I'm just not really a succulent person. And so this stamp set was a little bit of a challenge for me. I'm just trying to get make sure everything is working right, even though it says it is on screen. It's always that, making sure. And so, yeah, because I'm not seeing it. Let's just hit new activity and see what happens. There we go, it's there. Okay, great. So, we're gonna get busy. We're gonna make this cute card. And it's just, it is an easel card. It stands like that. So turn it that way, and the screen is backwards to me. So we'll get through this. Okay, so let me go change my camera, and I'll be right back. I am going to change this first so that it's going up. Not where you guys will see behind what's behind, and I just have all my punches there and all my cool stuff. Close your eyes or you're going to get dizzy. And I'm hoping that this will work really easily today. No guarantees. Okay, so going to go up to my workspace, and I think that will about do it. Right there. Yes, no, not quite. Not quite. We got to go a little higher. The problem is I'm so short I can't see the screen. So I think we're okay. I think. No, we're probably a little bit too far. Let's take it back a little bit just so that you can see the whole workspace, and you don't really need to see me. Okay, so let's start with, first of all, I cut my card at 5.5 by 8.5. I have something on it. We'll put that on the outside. Actually, we should have a paper for the inside, so, oh, that's fine, it'll go on the inside. Okay, and then I'm going to, and I scored it 4 1/4. Then I'm going to take my paper trimmer, and I'm going to cut from the edge of my paper, cardstock, and I'm going to line it up right along this dark line here, which is, I know is 1.5 inches. And I'm going to cut from the bottom here up to that score line. Okay. And then I'm going to flip my paper over. I could have gone a little bit further. Okay, then I'm going to flip my paper over and do it on the opposite side as well. And I'm there now, so I can just come down. You can come from the bottom or you can come from the score line. Okay, and then you're going to put this back in, and you're going to score it at 2 1/8 inches right there. And you're going to score. Okay, if you forget to do that, you can just fold it in half. That's what you want to do. I'm going to set this aside. Okay, so now we're going to start with the inside first, and I have a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of Whisper White, and I'm just going to put some adhesive on that, my favorite Stampin' Seal. I love it. And it's going to be covered up, so I don't really need to worry too much about that. Then I'm going to put adhesive on these 2 flaps on the sides that we cut, and I'm going to fold those down. I just want to line that up nice and straight. I can always, if it doesn't match, I can always make it work in the middle here. Okay. I'm going to do that here as well. And I'm just going to make it match down there. And bring that up and use my bone folder there and give it a good crease. Okay. All right, now we're going to go back, and I cut 2 pieces of Whisper White at, I think it's 1 1/4. Nope, 1 3/8. 1 3/8 by 4 1/8. I'll put all these measurements on my blog and on the Facebook video. Okay, and those are going to go right in here. 1 on each side. I'm sticking to the table already. That's why I should be using my silicone mat, huh? Okay, let's turn that around and do that. Up here. Okay, then I have 2 pieces of, this is In Good Taste Designer Series paper, and it's the one with the brick wall. And so I'm going to attach that to those 2 pieces of white that I just put on there. Leaving just a little bit of edge around there. So these are 1/8 of an inch smaller than the white. Okay, now I have 2 pieces of basic gray. This was some smoky slate. So I have 2 pieces of basic gray that I have cut out. And because they're embossed, I'm not going to use my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to use green glue. It just holds them better. I don't know if it holds them better than the Stampin' Seal, but it holds them well. And I feel like I forgot something, maybe not. Okay, and then it also, the Stampin' Seal sometimes, it's such a strong adhesive that it sometimes pulls. So, and especially if the paper is compromised in any way, it will definitely pull. So I think I cut these a little bit smaller. But they're fine. Okay, the next thing is I have a little bucket that I cut from the same paper, the In Good Taste, and I'm just going to glue that right on here, flat, because my flowers are going to poke up. All right, now coloring. Okay, I wasn't happy with the way my cactus came out. So I watched Patty Bennett had a color that she did. She did this color thing. I'm not sure what it's called, but we're gonna try it again. Okay, so see, I didn't like these, came out really dark. So I'm gonna start with Mint Macaron and color those. And this is the Mint Macaron dark. Yeah, I didn't want them any darker than this. And these are going to take forever to color, aren't they? Sorry, guys. But the coloring is part of this too. Especially with this stamp set. So I stamped the image And there are dies that coordinate with it that cut it out, which is wonderful. Because otherwise we would be here all day watching me cut as well as color. I'm trying to hurry and I'm not doing a very good job of this. And I don't know where I'm going with it either. Sometimes it's hard to know what things are when you stamp them. After you've stamped them, what's this image part of? I've colored a leaf and it should have been a petal at times. I have that problem. I don't know about you guys, but I do. So I think my next color that I want to use on this is the Just Jade Light, and see what that does. I like the color of that. So let's try the Just Jade Light on just a little bit of this, towards the center, maybe. I'm just going to scribble a little bit in here. That's all I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm good with that. I like it. Okay, like it much better than that one. Okay, then this is Soft Seafoam Light, maybe? Let me see, where am I? This is my big flower. So I'm going to go with Soft Seafoam Light in here and just give it, I think it's the dark. Let's grab the light. I think the light is going to be, oh no, the light is pretty dark, really. Just want to go that way. Okay, let's grab the dark now and give it a little bit of shading. I think I'm going to use the other end. Ooh! I think that one came apart. Let's try this again. No, let's grab another Soft Seafoam. Yes, that one is broken. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to go where the lines are here. Stampin' Up's done a great job at providing the lines for us all the time. I mean, they're just always giving us those lines that help. Whether they're supposed to be lighter or darker, I never know, but I use them to be darker. So I think when I do this with my team tomorrow, I will color this tonight. So that, maybe not. I want them to learn how to color it. We'll see. Okay. So then my next one is going to be, this looks like a pool party. So let's try, oh, I didn't pull Bermuda Bay, did I? Let's do a pool party on that one. Pool party, let's do pool party light. You can't take it back. You can always make it darker, but you can't make it lighter. Right? If I just color the whole thing with the pool party light, it gives me a good place to start from. I think I'm going to use the pool party dark on this next, and then maybe a tiny bit of Bermuda Bay, just for the highlights. Okay, let's grab the dark. Sometimes the easiest and the best coloring is just kind of a scribble, not really a planned coloring, I find. Yeah, I do better when I'm just kind of scribbling and just giving it a little here and a little there, and come back and give it a little bit more of that light, just to blend the two together. I don't know what color these are really supposed to be, so this is called the guessing game. Because, like I said, I am not a succulent person, but I like this stamp set. It's got a little darker there and a little darker there. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, the next one was this one, and this one to me was way too dark. So I think I'm going to start with the Mint Macaron Dark. And I'm just going to color the whole thing. That's even a little darker than what I want. I should have started with the light, but it's okay, because I have that and the light next to it. But these, I know these are a little bit deeper green, kind of a deep. Okay, I like the way that came out. I see a spot here that I needed to do in seafoam. So go back and touch that up, and maybe in there. Okay, now this is where the tricky part comes in. What color do I want on the edge of these? I am thinking Highland Heather Light or Purple Posey. Purple Posey Light. Maybe Purple Posey Dark. Maybe. Okay, I'm starting with Purple Posey Dark, and I'm just going to put that around on the tips. Then I will come back and just put a little bit of dark in. Yeah, I like the way that looks. I don't know if you can hear it, but the church bells just chimed about every 15 minutes all day long. I have church bells near me that chime. And you just get used to hearing them all the time. From 7 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. Okay, I'm really liking the way this is coming out. And I used Purple Posey Dark. Now I want to go back and put a little bit on the edge. So I'm using my chart here to see what colors I want to use. And I'm thinking, this is Razzleberry Light. Thinking I want just a little bit of that along the edge of each of these. I'm liking this one much better than the other one I colored. It may not be exactly like it's supposed to be for a cactus, but I'm sure liking it better. Feels better to me. Considering I'm trying to hurry, it's coming out pretty good. So I'm just putting a line really right along the edge is what I'm doing, because I've got the purple Posey that I did inset. So it's just giving it a beautiful, almost like a hue. It almost looks like it's just drawn off the edge of that. That's beautiful. I'm loving this one. Much better. Okay, I think that's good. That's it on that flower. I'm much happier with this one. This one's much softer. The whole thing is softer. Okay, now what am I going to use for this flower? I kind of want to do a blue, so I have Seafoam and I have Balmy Blue. Seaside, I'm sorry, not Seafoam. Seaside and Balmy Blue. So I think I will start with the Seaside because I think it's lighter in color, and just color the whole thing in a Seaside Light. I like this one needs to stand out a little bit more. It's funny, that almost looks like it belongs in here. That last petal down there. Okay, and then maybe, this is really helpful. I'll tell you what, I just took a bunch of the colors that I thought I might want to use and I colored them on a piece of paper and wrote down what they were. And it's super helpful to know, because now I think I want a Balmy Blue on the edges of this, just to give it some really pronounced color. Maybe along as a shadow. Because it needs a little bit more color than it has. So just going to hit it with a little bit of Balmy Blue. And Balmy Blue is a little brighter blue than the Seaside. So it will give us okay, I'm going to come back and hit that with the Seaside Light again and just blend it together. I'm going to do that with my brush end. There we go. All right, there are my flowers. I'm much happier with that one. Okay, so then I just took these and I glued them with dimensionals, attached them with dimensionals, I'm sorry, glue them. And I put my dimensionals across here because I know that I want them on the bottom portion and I know it's going to go like that. So I'm going to put them across this way, and I'm just going to put 3 of them there. 2, 3. So I stamped it with Misty Moonlight. No, I didn't. I stamped it with Memento, the Tuxedo Black Memento. And now I'm just going to come across just like that. I wanted to take up most of the top and go right across there. So now when I bend it, it's attached to the bottom portion. Okay, so then on the bottom here, I have to have something to hold it up, even though this one seems to be staying up. And in this stamp set, there's this greeting that says, "You've been on my mind." So let's pull that out and put it on a block, of course. On the block there. And I'm going to stamp it in Memento, the Tuxedo Black Memento, just to be sure that I'll stamp it one time on my background to make sure it's good. Okay. And then I'm just going to attach this with a couple of dimensionals also. And I want to make sure my edges are flat on those, that these 2 edges are flat. It's not hard to figure that out, but you want them flat so they don't stick over. Okay, let's just remove that. Oops, almost threw it in the trash. And let's go ahead and attach this right here. And I'm just going to let it kind of go where it wants to. And there we are. So the project is all done. And there it is. Easy, easy, easy. If you're a member of my team, I challenge you to make one and post it on our Facebook team page. If you're a customer, or if you are a stamper and you're interested in any of the products that I've shown today, they will be available. The stamp set will be available and the dies in January. But the paper and the idea, the technique is available at any time. So if there's any supplies that you need, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. You can reach me at stampwithdeb.com. Thank you very much for watching today.